Hello, my Cybies. What an episode, huh? Probably the strongest episode this season. I know that's not a high bar, but definitely was an interesting episode, I'll give it that. The season still doesn't feel like The Boys, and like a lot of other people have been saying, it doesn't feel like a final fucking season. But damn did Valerie Curry, like, act her fucking heart out in this episode. Very impressive. I hope to see her in other things. As you might know from what I just said, she might not be around anymore.
Sent a super chat. A quick reminder that I nuked Cy's Twitter.
Yeah, it was all Dio. It was all Dio. It was him, Dio. So there we go. Dio is sending me stuff in DMs now. No, just send me your video. If you hit number 1, I'll play your video canceling me again. So yeah, so Replica Rabbits with me. Episode was good. I've heard a lot of other people say that this episode is more filler. I couldn't disagree more.
Baby 6969 send a super chat. It's all downhill from here.
That's what I'm worried about. Like, it's been very, like, delicate this season. Like, okay, when are they gonna fuck it all up, right? I'm, like, just waiting for them to fuck it all up, unfortunately. I mean, again, I'll take just an okay ending at this point. But yeah. Yeah, I was just saying last time, Valerie Curry, who plays Firecracker, doesn't get as much love as she should, and then we have this episode that focuses a lot on her. It's like this is like a vignette through 4 minor characters in this episode, so it's a pretty interesting structure. I don't think they've ever done a structure like this before in the show. So we'll start at the there we go. We got the video on lock in case Dio hits number 1. Hey, Billy Donuts and your brother Billy Bacon is here too. Welcome. So as usual, I'm going to just go through the episode bit by bit, as I've been doing on these. Oh, we got a bit of got some interesting stuff from Oh Father this episode too. He's an actual character now. I wasn't sure if Daveed Diggs was just gonna be a shitpost the entire time or not, and we got to see a little bit of his more sinister side this episode. So very interesting things happening. So we start with this like goofy ad about the Democratic Church of America and how America is God's chosen people. And it's funny. I mean, their parody ads are always funny, but again, even with this episode, I feel like we aren't seeing enough of the general public and how this is swaying them. You know, like, it's just like, okay, we see the parody ads, we see the main characters, but we're missing the view into, like, how the general public is being converted into this. Like, even Season 4 was pretty good about showing the day-to-day people and how they're reacting to the goings-on and the propaganda. And we haven't really had that. I mean, I guess they tried to do that with Annie and her dad, but it was mostly about Annie finding her dad and solving her daddy issues, too, because everybody's gonna get their daddy issues all wrapped up before they die, I guess. So, I still think that Annie subplot was completely fucking pointless. Some people disagree with me. I've been talking to other people, like, in comments of YouTube videos. They're like, no, it was really important to build her character. I'm like, well, they could have had her doing literally anything else, and it would have built her character better. You know, so... And they're having another little meeting about Homelander becoming God now. And again, it's funny, because it's the same problem with fucking Hazbin Hotel, and how Vivziepop said she's mad that it accidentally mirrored reality. They thought Homelander announcing he's God would be so over the top, and then, what's Trump out there doing? Posting AI images of himself as Jesus. There are people literally out there integrating Trump into their Christianity. So this is just real life, unfortunately. Like, you can't even say that this is unbelievable and super satiric and completely ridiculous, because it's actually happening in real life and has been for several years. So, yeah, it's kind of, it's more depressing than anything. So while they're at this meeting, fucking Firecracker and Soldier Boy are flirting. And, I'm trying to remember what they're talking about here.
Prophets are servants.
He's like, I don't want to be called a prophet. I am God. And she's like, well, that, we gotta ease people into this, homie. I don't think that's gonna fly there, Chief. She just gets my Damien voice.
Of course. Sir, great point. We're just trying to ease people into it.
No. We need to prepare America for my ascension. You must be honest.
God, the facial expressions she gives, she's trying so hard to please him. She's trying so hard to convince him that she is totally on his side and worships him and will do anything he wants. And she is rivaling, I can't even say, she's rivaling Anthony Starr this season for a character who can smile and it not reach their eyes. I imagine that's very hard to do acting-wise, you know? Yeah, and the thing about this, as much as the series has made fun of Christianity, it treats Firecracker's Christianity very seriously in this story arc. It is a serious thing that she is trying to reconcile what she's being told to do for Homelander and her very real belief in Jesus. She is a true blue Christian, and it isn't just like, you know, a joke. So, yeah, she does so much, she does such good eye acting. Later on, she's like, well, we'll see, she's like giving these absolutely tortured expressions while smiling, and she's so good, man. She's so good. She deserves like a fucking Emmy or something, man. And you notice, though, Daveed Diggs is, or Father, I should probably call him by his character name now, since he's an actual character now. He's watching her the whole time, and he's convincing Homelander, yes, we'll have holy profits, you know, as in money. Profit, Homelander. You know, that kind, that's what she meant, you know. So, at the end of so she's kind of like trying to stall this at the same time. I don't even know if she's doing it necessarily on purpose, because, again, she can't reconcile her actual real Christianity with replacing it with Homelander. But this is how she tries to placate him.
Timeline, you won't have this.
It's like, we can't push this out by Easter, because otherwise you won't have your very special Homelander Bible.
We gonna drag our feet because of a book?
Not a book.
So yeah, so Father's questioning her on this. Father is a complete fraud. He is like the epitome of like mega church fraudsters who are only in it for the money. You know, that's what he is. But we haven't seen beneath his mask yet, and we kind of get to a little bit in this episode, and it's a really good scene. So basically, what she's saying is, you can't announce to the world that you're God before Easter because we're working on this Bible for you. So keep it under wraps for now, Mr. Homelander. You know. Oh.
At Axel Lloyd sent a super chat, paying my birthday money tax.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me gifts on your birthday. I deserve it. Thank you very much. And happy birthday. Where was I? So yeah, so what's really important here is she gets a call at the very end of the scene.
We could use extra hands in major metros.
Oh, his recall.
Oh yeah, Homelander here is saying, well, because Sage was like, there's gonna be like a lot of social upheaval if you do this, and Homie goes, oh, just call back all of our guys from overseas, all the troops overseas. They should be protecting America, not who gives a fuck a stand. And Sage is just kind of like biting her tongue, like, hey, yes, sir. You know? And so that's what they're talking about here. But then she gets a phone call.
Stationed overseas? American heroes should be protecting America, not who gives a fuck a stand.
Great idea.
Yeah. He's watching her very closely.
Something wrong?
Everything's peachy.
Yeah, he's been, Father's been just kind of a shitpost so far this season, but now we're starting to see that he might be doing some things behind the scenes. I don't think he's controlling Homelander like some people think, just because Homelander had his first religious epiphany when Father did his supersonic wave at A-Train's funeral. So I think that's all his thing is just a supersonic wave. I don't think he has mind control powers or anything, but who knows? Who knows? This season was written maybe a couple years ago, I think. It took a little while between seasons. But... Oh, Gen V delves in what Sister Sage is doing behind the scenes. Is it accurate to what she states she's doing here? Because I'm curious. Gen V got canceled, though, and I don't care. Maybe I'll just watch all of her scenes and nothing else. Because I can enjoy that. Just watch Susan Hayward and nothing else. So, next scene we see Firecracker. She's out of uniform. You know, disguising herself like celebrities do, and she's talking to her old pastor from her church. That's the guy who was calling her. He came all the way up from Daytona to New York, or Toronto, masquerading as New York, and was like, hey, what's up? We got a little exposition. It's not bad exposition. It flows like a natural conversation, but It is expository. So basically, in this one little conversation, we find out he's the pastor who baptized her. He used to invite her over to his house for dinner on, like, Fridays, with the excuse that he didn't want to eat alone, and she was like, you were just making sure I get a hot square, weren't you? So it sounds like she grew up a little poor, probably because her superpowers suck. Her superpower, she's literally Jubilee. Maybe she's super strong, too, but she can just make sparks with her fingers. That's why she's called Firecracker. You know, so her powers are not very impressive. So, probably didn't bring in a lot of fame and fortune. That's why she became a podcaster. That's the reason she got on the 7 in the first place. She ran, like, a right-wing podcast. And all the bits with that last season were pretty good, I have to say. So he's, like, saying, we can barely keep the lights on at the church. Can you... And she's like, why don't you just sign up with the new Democratic Republic Church, whatever the fuck we're calling it. And, he's like, you know that's not real Christianity. You know Homelander's not God. He's a great American, but he's not God. And it's like, okay, do people still think Homelander's a hero after all the camps and everything? Like, maybe he has to say that, but it sounded like he almost believed it. So again, this is like one of the only tiny peeks we get into the everyday people, which we should have done more. So yes, the Homelander Bible thing was written years before Trump uploaded a fucking picture of himself as Jesus. Life may imitate art, but art imitates TV. So, yeah, there was the camps in the first episode. They wiped that away very quickly, probably because they realized what a stupid idea that would be. The first 2 episodes seemed to be resetting the status quo, basically. I still don't think they should have killed A-Train off that fast. Like, I liked his redemption arc, what we got of it, but it just feels like we're missing a big middle part of it, you know? But I already went over that in the first stream. So yeah, the crux of this is, this guy basically raised her. He's like her grandpa. She's the pastor of her old church that she went to as a kid, and he's begging her for help. Like, could you just? He's like, somebody came in and melted our stained glass window of Mary the other day. Could you maybe like tell them to like, you know, leave us alone? Like, could you maybe do something about it? And he asks her if she still carries around this Jesus action figure she always carried around, and she says it's complicated. And he's like, no, it's not really, though.
The last couple of weeks have been rough. We've been bleeding congregants to the Democratic Church of America, and what folks are sticking around, they're scared.
Why?
Because last Sunday, somebody melted our stained glass window of Mary.
Melted it?
Mm-hmm.
We only got one scene with this guy, but I think they do make him really sympathetic, and the actor's really good. And again, they treat these 2 Christians seriously, whereas they're usually pretty irreverent for as far as Christianity goes elsewhere in the series. But these 2, who seem to be true believers, they treat it very seriously. You know, they're more making fun of like the mega churches and the very commercial Christianity out there in the world. You know, but it seems like these 2 are just, you know, old time, small town Christians who actually believe, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, I like how respectful they were, even though, you know, I'm a raging atheist, but I still think that's a good choice. And then we cut to her and Soldier Boy in bed. Soldier Boy doesn't give a fuck that she didn't orgasm. because he's a douchebag Gen Xer, and basically in this whole conversation, she's attempting to tell him, like, the struggle she's going through. Like, she's like, I'm trying to find room in my heart for both Homelander and Jesus and the Lord. And he's like, he just bails on her, like, okay, I'm not having this conversation. You know, so he doesn't give a fuck. So, but it's important that she tells him that she is struggling right now with, you know, where her religion fits into this new Homelander is God thing that she feels compelled to believe because she wants to get into Homelander's good graces. That's what she's been trying to do this entire time, like, ever since she appeared. That's, you know, yeah, he doesn't give a fuck about her. He doesn't give a fuck in general. We'll see an interesting move for him. So here's the scene where Oh Father became a real character. So she goes into Homelander's room to talk to him, and she finds Oh Father there, looking at the breast milk that's been donated for Homelander. Like they're not even hiding it anymore. But again, it's like, it's a little ridiculous because we have not seen the general public and how they've been swayed. So it's kind of like, just like, yeah, you're showing all of, you're telling more than showing is my issue, I guess. But yeah, so he still has that, like, that big smile plastered on his face, but he starts to get awful sinister in this scene. And I'm a sucker for this kind of scene where two people are being polite to each other's faces while subtly threatening each other. Well, he's more threatening her than anything, but I'm a sucker. They both do such a good fucking job here. Let's see how much of this I can get away with playing.
Right.
Down my music a little bit.
You need something.
Where's Homelander?
Oh, well, he didn't tell you. Yeah, he had to fly off to L.A. Where am I right?
Oops. And, Soldier Boy was also going to LA. He just told her that after he left her, after she tried to be vulnerable with him and say, "Oh, I'm feeling this way," and he just left.
At Plasmim you sent a super chat. A friend was telling me that they added that his sound wave powers also include emotional manipulation, feeding into people's beliefs and delusions, which got weakened over the years.
Did they say that in the show yet? Or is that in other material? I mean, I could believe that. But, I mean, he'd still just be, you know, enhancing what's already there. You know, so this is pretty much all Homelander's own crazy fucking shit. So, yeah, so the two of them are having this very tense conversation while smiling politely at each other, and it gets really, really uncomfortable.
Real blessing.
Amen.
Amen.
A real blessing.
Oh, by the way, after our meeting, I checked in on the timeline of that Homelander Bible, and the printers were happy to rush it to make Easter.
Ain't you full of get up?
I just noticed this when I was rewatching. He has a little gold cross on his tooth.
And the printers were happy to rush it to make Easter.
Look at him. I don't know if you can see it with my scramble, but he's got a tiny gold cross on his fucking tooth. This man. But anyway, what just happened there? He's like, hey, so, you know how you said we had to postpone this and not come out with Homelander being God on Easter because the Homelander Bible needed more time to print? Well, I called them up and they said they can do it and it's no problem. So, yeah. So he is scheming. He is scheming something behind the scenes. And thank you, Shark Junking. Yes, Shark Junking Walrus. Thank you, Shark Jumping Walrus, for the 5 gifted subs. So yeah, you know, like, I already love this costume, but goddamn, it's so good. So he's chewing for Christ. So yeah, so the rest of the conversation is him basically accusing her of trying to delay this on purpose, while having that polite, professional, plausible deniability. And she's kind of doing the same back, but she's panicking.
Ain't you full of get up and go?
Thing is, they said it wasn't a problem. So I wondered why you were so bent on holding it up.
I wasn't.
Look at hey guys, I want to get that expression of his.
So I wondered why you were so bent on holding it up.
Like, he's been Mr. Smiley this whole time, but now he, like, looks sinister, like, and extra cunty. But, like, it's the subtle change in his eyes You know, it's the very subtle change in his eyes, the tension in his forehead. You can just tell he's like, he is grilling her right now, and he's like, I know what you're up to, and I don't like it, and I'm gonna tell on you.
I wasn't. See, I just wanted to make sure everything was just right.
Listen, if you are ever feeling any doubts, come to me. I could be a warm shoulder and a friendly ear.
Says a man who looks like he's about to pull your spine out.
If you are ever feeling any doubts, come to me. I could be a warm shoulder and a...
These threatening, creepy smiles of his. It's so good. Like, there's so much good acting in this episode. I love it.
A friendly ear.
Oh, bless your
He's
heart.
like, hi, well, I'm gonna fucking run away now.
I'll do that.
And let's smile. It's like,
What do you want to talk to Homelander about? Maybe I could help.
and again, it's the whole doesn't quite reach their eyes acting, which has gotta be so hard to do.
What important?
He's like, it wasn't important, and then she's like, oh fuck, oh no, oh fuck, oh no. So, he's on to me, so he's been playing a dumb himbo this whole time, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's had some scheme of his own going on that you'll notice looking back or something. At least I hope they're gonna be that clever this season. So now she's in a real pickle. And her assistant comes in to inform her that the guy who's been melting icons in churches, hit the church, hit her church. So they've already fucked over the pastor guy she talked to. And she's about to go on her little podcast show that got, you know, bumped up by the 7. And her acting here is so fucking good. She's reading everything off a teleprompter, so this isn't even her own words. And they basically force her to throw her pastor under the bus. You know, the guy who is basically a grandpa to her. Let's watch a little bit of this, because the tortured expressions on her face as she still tries to smile reading this are so good.
That church. That church has become a hotbed of Starlighter infestation, and my...
Like, she is so good at having so many emotions on her face all at once. You know, she's so good.
old pastor, Reverend Greg Dupree, has been infected by Starlight's seditious propaganda.
Turns cameras.
I never told a soul this, but when I was a little girl, the Reverend regularly had me over for supper.
This makes me think someone was listening in on her conversation with the pastor. Now, I mean, the 7 do have tracking devices in them, but I'm thinking, oh, Father found out all this to fuck her with it, you know?
Oh, no. Nothing ever happened to me.
No, she's so good here, because watch her eyes. It's her, the pain in her eyes, but you can also tell she's reading a teleprompter at the same time, and the forced Hollywood smile, like, there's so much going on her face in this scene. It's so good.
But I heard stories about his fish fry Fridays, and if that ain't code for child grooming, I don't know what is. How much longer are we gonna let these institutional pedo churches diddle our babies?
And, like, you can tell this is the kind of thing she's used to saying on her stupid right-wing podcast, but now she's having to do it to someone she actually cares about. And just look at the fucking tortured look in her eyes as she's trying to pretend what she's really upset about is what they're making is like the accusation, like, oh, he's a pedo, that's what I'm upset about, but she's really upset that she is, like, throwing, like, the last person who truly loves her under the bus, you know, like, dear God.
Americans deserve better. They deserve Homelander. They deserve the Democratic Church of America.
It shows, like, the one tear going down her cheek. But, like I said, she is fucking rivaling fucking Anthony Starr with the whole smiling without it reaching her eyes shit. She's so good. Again, I feel like she got a better send-off than A-Train, because there's just that much more focus on her. But, you know... So that was the end of her subplot. And now we rewind back to the past, Samurai Jack, and we're gonna focus on fake noir now. Because, Soldier Boy starts picking on the Deep, as you do.
Would you like some knee pads?
I'm sorry?
You're looking at me like you want to suck my hog. So I'm asking if you would like some knee pads.
Take it easy on the little guy. You brought me Stan Edgar.
Of course, Fake Noir's pissed off about that. Because if you remember, he's the one who captured Stan Edgar from his bunker, and then, Deep knocked him out and took credit for it. So, now we're gonna focus on him. But of course, you notice this, the Deep is getting picked on by Soldier Boy and protected by Homelander, so the Deep's ego is being threatened. That's gonna be important later. So, we have Nathan Mitchell's adventures in local theater acting. Again, gives him a chance to, like, act with his face on screen, so... It turns out this whole... Because it was made clear he's an actor that the Deep brought in to play Noir, so it turns out the whole time he's been Black Noir, he's also... He's also been a local stage actor still. Which is kind of funny. And his director is the guy who used to direct the fucking, the Vought movies. So, this whole setup is pretty funny. I can't really complain. You know? This whole part's supposed to be more lighthearted and juvenile. Anyway, after the trauma train that was Firecracker, we get a little bit of, comic relief, though your mileage may vary. So they have some funny conversations, and Fake Noir is telling him, man, you know, I know my acting's off, it's just asshole at work, at my day job. And he's like, hey, listen, I used to be a director on those Vought movies, and you know what, there was this one guy, the Deep, oh my god, he kept trying to upstage everyone else with his ad-libs, you know, so they're complaining about the same guy, he just doesn't even know it. So Fake Noir gets a little emboldened by that. And we cut to them on the set of Manhandled, which is Deep's fucking, fuckboy Andrew Tate podcast, and Oh Father is hanging out with them, and Noir finally snaps and starts talking.
Huh? Oh yeah, and if you could throw in a commandment about how it's not cool to try and bone another bro's girl.
We have that. That already exists.
Great minds then, eh? Point is, me and Homelander go way back. I know what he likes.
Yeah, earlier on, he was like, you know, those communion wafers taste like shit, and, Oh Father looked a little offended. He's like, you should make different wafers, like vanilla wafers, and call them vanilla wafers. He's like, yeah, we already have that.
Like, so, you ever want to bounce some ideas back?
Don't listen to him, bro. Oh, shit.
All of his reactions here are
He's not
great.
trying to help you. He's like those fish who suck on whales.
Talking about a suckerfish?
He latches onto every new soup. Starlight, me, Sage. He pretends he's a guy.
Like, what,
he's not
bro?
the guy. He's a joke. That smell on his breath? It's because he's been clam diving. On clams.
What? I have not done that. I have definitely never done that.
Definitely has,
If you
okay.
really want to impress Homelander, bring me on stage for Easter.
And Oh Father's just sitting there like, ooh, this is awkward.
Homelander can heal me, I'll get my voice back, and then I'll fly.
Oh yeah, I have to talk about this
I
line.
have definitely never done that.
Look, if you really want to impress Homelander, bring me on stage for Easter. Homelander can heal me, I'll get my voice back, and then I'll fly. You know I can fly, right?
That's so.
So first, that's actually kind of a good plan. He's like, we'll pretend that Homelander faith healed me, and then I get to talk, and then I can fly. You know I can fly, right? And that's like shots fired at the fans, because I and many other fans did in fact forget he can fly. I wasn't even sure he was a soup, to be honest. I completely forgot about the fight. between him and Annie and Butcher at the end, with the Deep at the end of season 4. So I think a lot of people forgot he could fucking fly. And I was like, that was aimed at me personally. No, the podcast isn't live. They're just talking on the set, it looks like.
Fucking stupid, bro.
Well, now, I'm gonna have to run this by Homelander, but,
He's like, no, that's a good idea, because if he performs a real miracle, we'll get more money.
With Pentecostals right there. Goddamn.
Every single line of his is great. That's old Thomas Jefferson right there. So, the next day, I'm going to complain about this a little bit. So the next day he goes back to the theater, he's all chipper. We see the Deep has followed him. See, the thing is, this is the first time we've ever seen Deep out of his superhero costume. Like, ever. We've even seen Homie in street clothes, and it was pretty jarring when he first went to see Sister Sage. He was actually in street clothes. It was very jarring, and I was like, this feels like this should have been a bigger deal. Because he never takes off that fucking uniform. In fact, he should have just had the uniform under his denim jacket here. He should have been wearing it under that. Because I'm like, dude, this should be a bigger deal having the Deep and casual wear. That seems like a writing oversight here, but it's just a nitpick. So he goes back to the director. He's like, yeah, I did what you said. I told that guy off. You know, so everything's coming up fake noir. And his director guy's like, that's awesome, man. We're gonna go on Broadway, by the way. So we're going to Broadway. I'm gonna make you a star. Anyway, I gotta take a shit. And it goes exactly where you think it's gonna go. So while he's taking a shit, Deep sends an eel to go right up his ass from the toilet. And that's the end of that guy. And he has this very stupid death scene.
God. Come here. Closer. My ass hurts so fucking much.
His last words. So he immediately confronts Deep afterward. Because he knows it was fucking him. Who else is gonna send an eel up a toilet to eat a guy's ass?
Nothing. Why? What's wrong with you?
I call you a clam diver, and you send an eel to ass murder Adam Bork?
Something terrible happened at your play rehearsal today? Which is definitely not your job.
The lead producer's stepping away. They're shuttering the production.
Get it coming.
Yeah, basically Deep has a little power play here. It's kind of like when...
At Mr. DeBossBaby6969 send a super chat. Ever seen Piranha 3DD? Yup, same thing happened there.
Maybe it's a reference. But, so, it's kind of like when Homelander was starting to lose control over Deep and started bullying A-Train instead. So, Deep is feeling a little man-baby pain from getting picked on by Soldier Boy, so now he's gonna pick on his bro.
Here's my improv down to the 7.
He believed in me, you fuckwit! And for what? Because I fucking upstaged you with Oh Father?
Here's what's gonna happen now. You are gonna fucking do whatever I say, whenever I say it. I'm gonna tell Homelander you were in some pussy play. Which is a definite conflict of interest since...
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna tell him you're in some pussy play. And then he realizes that's dumb and goes, it's conflict of interest. I mean, Deep's almost smart here, but it's not like fake noir is that much smarter than he is. Well, at least Sage didn't have to lobotomize herself to sleep with fake noir.
Homelander outlawed the National Endowment for the Arts. You have nothing to say? Nice. We're getting the hang of that miser technique, huh?
Yeah, so this is to make us want Deep dead this season, I think. Because we're so used to him being the bumbling comic relief, we have to remember he's an asshole and we want him to die. That's fine. So then our next sequence starts out with one shot everyone's complaining about, but it's a fucking shitpost.
Hey, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. You wanna fuck me? You wanna fuck me like a good boy?
That's Butcher's dog Terror having a dream. Like, I don't know how anybody could complain about those two sequences. It's just a joke. It's just a fucking shitpost. Basically, Butcher's old-ass dog spends all day humping a Homelander toy. So this is what his dreams are. That's the joke. Like, yeah, it's stupid, but it's not like the boys has never been stupid before. They better not kill this dog. I swear, they better not kill this fucking dog. I will scream. This is a very cute dog, though. This is a very cute dog. So Kimiko comes in. We got a little bit more relationship drama shit with her and Frenchie. There he goes humping the toy. That's what he does.
Hold on. What are you doing? Frenchie won't cook my steak past medium rare. And I like mine burnt with ketchup.
Okay, then why don't you tell him that?
I have.
Like, oh, he always cooks my steak, like, medium rare, and I like it burnt with ketchup on. He probably didn't hear you say that because he's French, and that's impossible for him to conceive of. So, yeah, give him a break. I don't know why he wouldn't dump you just for that. He is French. So, you all know I hate this fucking, we turned Kimiko and Frenchie into a bog-standard straight couple thing. It's boring. I don't like it. Kimiko's annoying. They've replaced her with a completely different person. I've just given up on the two characters at this point. I don't care anymore. Which sucks, because I liked their, in seasons 1 and 2, I liked their weird little asexual, platonic, half romantic, half familial, thing. Well, I know the joke is she has terrible taste, but also, like, no, it's a metaphor, though. It's a metaphor for they're incompatible. The steak thing, you know? I see that, but it's like, yes, Kimiko and Frenchie already knew they're incompatible. They already knew, they discussed this earlier in the show. How they were never going to be, like, a sexual couple. And they were both okay with that, so why are you, like, doing this fucking relationship drama with them now? I hate it. I fucking hate it. I could put up with them kissing that one time, but I fucking hate it. And again, it's like they've just replaced Kimiko with a completely different character, and it's just like fucking whatever. I don't give a shit. So the whole framing device here is Annie takes the toy to wash it, because Butcher's never washed it, obviously, and then the dog is going all over their secret base looking for his toy. Here's a squeak, and he runs down the hall. What a good boy. And leads us into this conversation with MM and Butcher, which is kind of interesting. The dog's listening. I like whenever it goes to the dog vision, it's like, colorblind, too. Yeah, like, all you can see is, like, gray, yellow, and blue. It's very cute. So, MM and him are talking. MM's like... So there's an interesting part. MM drops his candy bar on the floor, and they get it away from the dog. And he picks it up and eats it anyway. And Butcher's like, what the fuck? Don't you have OCD?
Wait, no. You can't have no chocolate.
He's so
Yeah,
cute.
get your own chocolate.
Like, what the fuck?
What? Sweet Mississippi roll.
Bloody hell. I never thought I'd see the day. It's got a fucking pubic hair on it and all.
Tasty, too.
So here MM basically says, well, I've given up on living, and I'm just kind of more relaxed now. Soldier Boy's fucking immortal, and I've just given up. He's like, I'm a dead man walking, we both are, so, I just, you know, gave up the stress of, trying to stay alive. And, you know, I feel mentally well now. Though he does admit if he thought he had a chance of seeing his wife or his ex-wife and daughter again, he wouldn't be able to do what they have to do. I know him and Butcher are still planning to destroy the V1. I don't know if they have some other plan between the two of them, which they very well could, knowing these two. You can't resist Butcher. It's like, I wish I knew how to quit you, Butcher. You know, he's always dragging you into shit, man. But, so, yeah, so basically he's like, I've given up on living, and so I'm much more relaxed now, and I just don't give a fuck. So, after that, Tara goes to see Frenchie, who is being French in the kitchen. He's probably their only cook, let's be real. This is at least well set up.
Oh, bonsoir, mon toutou. You wonder what?
So he's saying he made the perfect steak for Kimiko, showing again that they have incompatibility, and then he's making a chocolate souffle, and he's just talking to the dog, and he's like saying, "How can I give Kimiko the life she wants? She deserves peace. I can't have a dog. I've killed every plant I ever had. I'd probably kill you too." It's called foreshadowing. So he's very cute talking to the dog, though. But the point of that is, he just carries on a whole fucking conversation with this dog, wearing an apron, being very domestic. He's like, "Oui, oui, how do I give Kimiko the good life? Oui, oui, ha." And it's so again, I really don't care about him and Kimiko's fucking relationship drama because I don't think it should exist in the first place. They probably should have just been killed off by now, to be honest. They've kind of outlived their usefulness in the plot. So I hate to say it, but they probably should have died like 2 seasons ago. They're probably gonna die this season. Everybody get ready for that. So he throws the souffle into the garbage, and Huey and Butcher come in arguing, and the dog gets into the cake. And they're arguing about, he's like saying, Oi, Huey, we're gonna destroy the V1. And Huey's like, no, you can't. We gotta give some to Kimiko and Annie so they survive the virus. He's like, Oi, no. Sacrifices, Huey, sacrifices. Fucking hell. And then the dog gets into the garbage and they realize it had chocolate.
Oi, Tara, no! Oi, get out of there! Oh, bloody hell. Is that chocolate?
Yeah, he still had the dog when he was married to his wife, so the dog's gotta be like 16 in canon. Obviously, it's a much younger dog playing it, but... well, I mean, they all died in the comics, so...
Isn't chocolate bad for dogs? For a dog, the soda's fucking lethal. Oi, fresh ear cunt! Get me some hydrogen peroxide, would you? Okay, we have some in the first aid kit. Give me 1 second.
What happened?
You poisoned my fucking dog!
No.
He's like, oh no, I really couldn't take care of a dog or a child, oh no!
Look, all you need is charcoal.
We should call a vet.
They're gonna tell you need charcoal.
Well, charcoal will only work if he's already digested it, so actually, Butcher is doing the smarter thing, making him throw up.
Just give me some room.
Don't worry, the doggo's fine, guys. The doggo's fine.
1, 2, 3. Sorry, buddy. There you go. Alright.
So yeah, making him vomit's actually the correct thing to do in this situation.
Oh, that's it. That's a good boy. Right.
Wait, if you use charcoal, it means it's already gone through his system. That's not as good. So he's having another Homelander dream, later on. And after that, we and Butcher have a conversation, but find the fucking Homelander dream. I see it in the thumbnail here. Here we go.
Hey, you want some turkey? Well, first you gotta fuck me, then I'll give you the turkey.
Dumb funny. The pupper's fine. The pupper's fine. Butcher's been watching over him. So you know what I was saying earlier on, how this dog is like the symbol of the last remnants of Butcher's humanity? That is definitely what they're driving at here. So, I called that one, I guess, if you can call it that. So, Huey comes in to see if everything's okay, and Butcher says, hey, by the way, if we can, we could save your girlfriend. Alright, you know, it'll be alright.
Yeah, it's alright. Thank you for,
It's all good. Oi!
Boy, like a hat trick makes him think of this, but it basically goes up to Huey and says, like, yeah, we can save your girl. We can save your girlfriend and Kimiko, I guess.
Listen, if we do find that B1, and if it don't fuck us, you can have some.
As Frenchie's got that shite sorted,
We're using that, alright? Ready or not?
So Huey's just watching him with the dog, and again, like I said, really driving home how this is, like, the sign he does have some humanity left in him. He's like, what the fuck you looking at?
What you looking at?
Nothing. Just seeing your humanity. Bye. So... yeah, it was a goodie for the dog. And then my wife gets a subplot. Hooray! We find out more about Sister Sage and what her grand plan actually is. Now, I don't know if her grand plan in Gen V is the same as what she states here, but it's pretty interesting. So first, she ends up in an elevator with Soldier Boy, which is kind of interesting, because she just asks him where he wants to go. He's going down the crime analytics. So, maybe she was expecting this, because she didn't have a destination of her own?
Where to?
Crime
Yeah, she
analytics.
just says where to. Where were you going? So, she's like, hey, won't things be so great once Homelander's immortal? So she's just picking at him again. To get him to do what she wants.
That was thrilling, wasn't it? What a bright future we have ahead of us.
It was a real Guccione piss party.
Imagine how much more exciting it'll be when Homelander becomes immortal.
Like, fuck you.
Have you found the new one?
No.
Homelander hasn't gotten anything out of Stan Edgar.
No. But I haven't had a crack at him yet.
No, she probably just learned everything she needed to know right there. She is the CEO of VOT right now, because don't forget, Ashley's is the Vice President of the United States. We kind of, like, I feel like that's not emphasized enough. You know? Speaking of Ashley, she comes in to talk to Sage. And the show is making me want to ship them. Stop it, show. I know they're both straight. There's no chance.
Just give me a little personal space, will you, Garth?
24/7 agents must be hard for someone so into scat play.
You realize I do actually work. I was this close
Oh,
to
really?
convincing the FCC to pull every broadcast license but VNN.
Homelander feels this is more important.
So Ashley finds out they're recalling all the soups from overseas, and she yells at the Ukrainian Prime Minister on the phone. And then Sage says something very interesting here that tells us a lot about why she moves in the way she does.
Ukrainians sure have a fucking mouth on them.
Remember, you're doing the Lord's work.
Word's out. VOD stock is tanking. The international markets are in free fall, and you're not the least bit concerned.
It's not about what I think. It's what the man wants. It's always what the man wants.
It's always what the man wants, right, Sage? Yeah. But you gotta think about it. Sage has been calculating ever since Homelander showed up at her apartment to recruit her. Because she would know at the time, if she refused, Homelander would just kill her. So to stay alive, she had to go along with what he wants. So all she's been doing this entire time is maneuvering in ways that keeps her alive. Because, you know, she's kind of as much of a captive as everybody else here. Because Homelander could just kill her at any minute if she slips up. Which, I doubt she will. She's supposed to be, like, a super smart character. I bet she's gonna lose her super smarts by the end. There's gonna be some ironic cosmic punishment for her where she loses her super smarts, I think. I bet you anything. But, so yeah, basically, everyone's like, oh, well, she must have some grand plan, but it's like, well, she kinda, you know, she kinda had an axe over her head as soon as Homelander got his attention on her. So, there's always been the possibility that she could just get killed. So, I think that's a factor a lot of people don't keep in mind when it comes to Sage. Like, oh, she must be doing some grandmaster plan. I was like, no, I think she's just coming up with shit on the fly to just keep herself alive and get herself the best result. She's just rolling with it and doing the best she can. Lose her eyes so she can't read? That would be another good one. But she's still stuck with her overactive brain? Maybe. Yeah, because I guess if she loses her super smart, she can't know she lost anything. She can't regenerate the rest of her body, right? That's what she said, only her brain. So, yeah. She's gonna get some kind of ironic punishment, though. I think most of the characters are. And then we have this really funny scene where Ashley thinks she's really smart, and she's cottoned on to what Sage wants. Because Sage basically goes, you want a drink? Let's have a drink. I love the frenemy energy between these two this season. I like it a lot.
The CO2 we splooged out, the air was chewy the next day. Lols. Come on. What do you want from me, Sage?
What makes you think I want anything from you?
You have a
They're both a little tipsy right now, but she's like, what do you want from me, Sage? Like, she thinks she's got everything figured out. She's Ashley. God, I love Ashley. She's such a dumbass sometimes. It turns out the one Sage really wanted to talk to was the Ashley on the back of her head.
You know what Homelander's doing.
He's going after the V1. Wait, what?
And if he gets any...
He lives forever. What is V1? And what do you mean Homelander lives forever?
I've done what I can to make sure he doesn't find any.
How do you know about this and I don't? Have you two been talking without me?
Somehow, maybe they have. You know, has she been getting you drunk a lot lately and just talking to the tumor again? Now, this is the funny thing. It's not Ashley who's psychic. It's the tumor on her head that's psychic. And the tumor on her head doesn't need to share information with her if it doesn't want to. Or maybe Sage is so, like, smart, she has just basically been talking telepathically with the tumor. Like, she just thinks a thought really loudly that she wants the tumor to hear. I can picture that, too. Like... And, Colby Menifee has a funny little move here where she's arguing with the back of her own head and she's, like, spinning around frantically. It's so fucking funny.
Knows where they're headed next, and most importantly, if Soldier Boy is warming up to his sadistic rugrat.
Okay, I'm in. The fuck you are! We are not conspiring against Homelander. Hey, don't forget the Aung San Suu Kyi quote tramp stamped on our ass. The only real prison is fear. No, the only real prison is prison. Ashley, what do you think happens here if I die? I'm not about to...
I've said before, her and Chase Crawford are the funniest motherfuckers on this show. I don't even know if that was improvised or not, but that was so good. And Sage is just watching her like, okay, let her work her way through this one. I love it. I love it. So, basically, yes, the tumor is agreeing to help Sage. She doesn't give a shit about Ashley. She wants Ashley's tumor's help. Wait, the tumor being smarter than Ashley, I would not be surprised at either. So, then they start talking about their lives. Because Sage is like, don't make me drink alone. Come on. Come on. We're the closest thing to friends in this building. Come on now.
More mind games? You gave me your answer. I heard you. Now, don't make me drink alone.
She's like, come on. And she goes, again, this is the point where I was like, show, stop making me ship them. Stop it.
I'd kill for a chalupa right now.
I'd kill for a big juicy dick. Oh, we should call Gavin. His girth is amazing.
So yes, her head is just going to keep saying sex things. But Sage tells the story of how she grew up. Ashley talks about her mother, who was a tiny woman who would bring a nuke to a knife fight. She said another girl made fun of her in kindergarten, and her mom told the girl's father that the girl's mother was railing the UPS man, and they moved. And she's like, I wanted to be just like my mom. And then Sage tells us her tragic backstory, which is pretty interesting.
So they moved, and the rest of kindergarten was no sweat.
My folks shot me with V, thinking I'd be a meal ticket. And then my power turned out to be smarts. Which is the worst fucking one.
Try knowing what everyone really thinks of you all.
I don't know, Sage. I think the guy who shot spider webs out of his ass maybe had it worse than you, but...
Ooh, trust me. The thing people hate more than just about anything is feeling stupid. So, when a 3-year-old corrects your grammar, or, tells them their life dream yogurt shop is doomed to fail, they start to hate you too. At least my parents did. So they don't.
So she says they dumped her on her grandma, and her grandma was the only one who really believed in her.
Yeah, my grandma's. But grandma, she was the only one who ever thought it was a gift. I would quote Othello to her, word for word, and she'd clap. And laugh her big laugh.
I think this is the most honest we've seen Sage, too. Like, this is the most open and honest we've seen her with another person. Kiss Ashley. Wait, no, what? That's my back head talking. So remember, too, she told Victoria Newman that, her grandmother had, like, leukemia, I think? And as a child, she found the cure for it, but nobody listened to her because she was a child, and Grandma died screaming. So she's very, very bitter about that. And that's kind of been her motivation, because Grandma was, like, the one person who, like, she connected with ever, I think, you know? Because there's something to be said about being a genius. It can be very lonely, you know? So, and then Sage reveals her grand plan. Oh, that's a good pause face right there. Yeah, kiss back, Ashley.
I used to want
Even Ashley is moved by that.
strong, pushy as
I mean, I know they're both drunk right now, but come on, there's something here, you know? They're kind of friends. I can ship them if I want.
fuck. Didn't take shit from anyone.
You still can.
Well, you can be like that if you want.
Me.
Fuck you. You knew about my mom the whole time. You drew it out of me just to soften me up.
Did it work?
No.
She also has those genius level social skills. Well, yeah, I did, but did it work? Oh, I think I missed the line earlier too, where Ashley was like, "You want something from me? You haven't called me the poster child for late-term abortion even once today." Please give me my toxic Yuri with these two. So Sage reveals her plan if Ashley will help her.
If I tell you, will you help me?
I would heavily consider it.
Helping Homelander take control of the country is phase 1. It was only ever the beginning. Phase 2 is the end.
The end of what?
The world. After this...
Oh, the end of the world. Turns out I'm Lex Luthor. Haha.
Killing virus is released.
Wait, you want it released?
Oh, you bet I do. After Soups realize humans are behind it, all hell will break loose. Soups butchering humans, virus butchering Soups. Fucking World War Soup.
I don't believe you.
Swear on my grandma's soul.
Why would you possibly want that?
Because I'll be watching from my cozy bunker outside Colorado Springs. And when it's all over, I can read all day, every day. No one bothering me. Nothing but peace and quiet forever.
So yeah, Sage saw the Twilight Zone episode Time Enough at Last and saw it as aspirational. She just wants the entire rest of the world to die so she can spend the rest of her life in a cozy bunker reading and being left alone, which is exactly what she was doing when Homelander came to her doorstep. She was reading and wanting to be left alone. And then Homelander came and recruited her. She had to agree to go with him or he'd just kill her. So this whole time, her entire plan was just to go back to being able to be alone and read. Which is pretty based. Some women just want to see the world burn. This makes me like her even more if this is actually her plan. She's just a complete misanthrope.
Which is why Homelander can't survive. That needy asshole would never give me a moment's rest. It defeats the whole purpose. Don't worry. You're invited to my bunker. You too, Ashley.
And she's like, oh god, now I've gotten involved with another psychopath. Why does this keep happening to me? I like how she's like, you're welcome to come to my bunker. You too, Ashley. She was just talking to back Ashley. Oh, that was so good. I like her whole little subplot there. Sage continues to be my favorite new character. Oh my god, you're gonna be in her bunker. Just think about it a little bit, Ashley. You're gonna be the last 2 people on Earth. But yeah, as the CEO of VOD, Sage just went up and got herself a little Sted Edgar bunker. I suppose she could requisition the assets for that. As she's like, why can't I work for anyone normal? Sage, can I come to your bunker? I'll be quiet. So then our final story is Soldier Boy, and we see why Soldier Boy and Homie went to LA. Oh no, actually no, we talked to Stan Edgar first. That's right. We got Giancarlo. And this scene just cracks me up cuz like the split second they walk into that room, he just starts being incredibly cunty. It's so he just immediately starts in with his Stan Edgar mind games. It's so good.
My. How the mighty have fucked themselves.
It's like he's been practicing this in his head.
Don't shit where you eat, Stan.
So you called in reinforcements?
I wanted to see the prick that sold me out to the Reds.
It wasn't personal. It was a business decision. We had your replacement model on the way. Even as a toddler, Homelander showed more promise than you ever did.
Turns around from the wall, immediately just starts being cunty and like stabbing at all of their personal wounds. You gotta love it.
Not that it amounted to much. When have you ever done
He just wants to die, bro.
remotely interesting or...
I mean, if you were stuck in this white room peeing into a bucket with a fucking Homelander shirt, you'd probably want to die too.
Original.
My power is absolute, Stan. At heights no one's even dreamed of.
Soldier Boy's like, nah.
That's pretty fucking original.
Nothing that the lowest speck of this pointless species couldn't have thought of were they to be granted your level of power. Why?
Homie is mad he still cannot get to this guy. You cannot crack this walnut, bro.
Why is still alive?
Because you're useful, Stan. And I always wanted.
It's like, am I? I've barely been in this
Or is it
season.
because you were so desperate for daddy figures that you can't even bring yourself to kill the ones who hate you? At least that's something he and I have in common.
So he's like, I know I'm your daddy. I'm your real daddy, not your bio dad. I'm the real daddy in this room.
Do you want to die, Stan?
When he asks that, that's like the only flinch we get out of him. Stan Edgar has been very unflappable for most of the series. I think the only other time he was surprised is when Vicky got him arrested. You know, that was a little bit of a shock. But, yeah, the little quiver in his jaw, the little twitch in his eye. Maybe he does want to die. Maybe he wishes they would just kill him, because then they couldn't get anything out of him, and his life is basically over anyway. So, or did that mean something else? I don't know. I'm taking it as he actually wants to die. And then they say, well, we know where Zoe and Samir, whatever the fuck his name is, are. His son-in-law and his granddaughter. He's like, we know where they are. And he's like, well, I still can't tell you where the V1 is. I don't fucking know. But go see Marathon Man so we can have a supernatural reunion. Oh, of course he's a good actor. He's Giancarlo Esposito. He's always a good actor. You know? I said, watching him in this show is what made me finally watch Breaking Bad, to tell you the truth. At least one of the reasons. So we go to Mr. Marathon's house. It's Sam Winchester. So we have the two Winchesters together once again. We get it, Eric Kripke. You made Supernatural. We get it. This isn't a bad little side mission though, even though it's mostly here for cameos and jokes. Because it turns out Mr. Marathon, he was the speedster on the 7 before A-Train replaced him, he makes knockoff superhero movies with Sony TV, and they can't use any of the Vought branding or any of the wider VCU, but you know they make do with their shitty knockoff movies, and he's got his whole writing team here in his mansion. I don't know what Mr. Marathon's deal was in the original, but so we have Seth Rogen and Kamal Najini, whatever the fuck you say his name, and Will Forte and some other guy here, and they're all playing themselves. And you would think this would be a little cringe, because Seth Rogen has been, I don't know if he's been a producer or a writer on The Boys. He might have written a little bit. I think he's mostly a producer. But you'd think this would be annoying, but it's actually not that over the top. It's like actually not that in your face. So, we have jokes of them you know, talking around their table about how they can deal with the Homelander problem. It's like, I know, let us all post, like, this meme on our Instagram, all at the same time. And they have, like, a conversation about how we should use black squares. No, Black Lives Matter already did that. Let's do blue squares. Who talks about blue lives? God damn it! Is there any color that hasn't been taken? White? Oh, no. It's pretty funny. Yeah, we have a little reunion though, because Misha Collins is also here. The guy who played Castiel in Supernatural. He's also here, and he's also a soup. Now I heard people saying that Mr. Marathon and Mal Chemical were married, but they didn't indicate that in this episode that they're husbands. So maybe that was just a misconception people had. I'm not sure. Because I said it would be funny if they had him married to the wrong Winchester, because it was Dean and Castiel that everybody shipped. Like I've said many times, I found out Supernatural was still fucking airing when Castiel Gate happened. I had no idea it was still on the air. I just, you know, I knew of it. I'd seen the first 2 seasons. I knew people who were fans of it, so I was like... But I was surprised it had gone for 15 fucking seasons. Holy shit. So, we have a funny scene where he tells Seth Rogen to get the fuck away from him. Which is funny. They all freak out when Homelander immediately starts sucking up to him, of course. And talk about how all the Starlighters they've turned in. Like, it's funny. They're playing themselves, but they're all douchebags. So, it's like, I can accept this.
Remember me? I'm the one who turned in Channing Tatum.
It's like, I have no idea who any of those people
Seth Rogen. We actually met once before with Black Noir at the premiere for Silent Vengeance 3, Vengeance Reloaded. Big fan. I'm actually testifying in front of Congress for you, you know, outing suspected Starlighters. Spoiler alert, Post Malone.
You need to get the fuck away from me right now.
You bet.
Typical reaction to meeting Seth Rogen. You need to get the fuck away from me right now. So he shows him his room of Vought memorabilia, which is also full of Puff Baby oil. What a topical joke. So he has all these, like, vintage ads and things.
Oh, yeah. Vought yanked that one from the newsstands after Kent State.
Good times.
I love that joke. It's so bad and good at the same time. And they took that one off the stands after Kent State. He's like, good times. Jesus Christ.
How'd you end up with it?
Some old bitch on eBay.
He's got all this Puff Baby oil.
It'll go for $500,000.
Yes. I think we all know what that's referring to. That's actually going to be a Chekhov's baby oil. So, which is kind of clever, actually. So, yeah, the way they tie things together in this episode is actually... It's very good writing. It still just doesn't feel like The Boys, you know? But I can see what they're doing, and this was at least a well-written episode. Oh my god, yeah... Jensen Ackles is just, every single line of his dialogue is just like, what is the most asshole Gen X thing we can make him say right now? That's his every line of dialogue, and he's absolutely fucking hilarious in this show. So, I gotta give him that. Like, I didn't care about him in Supernatural, but in this show, he's been very, very funny. Every single line of his is gold. So, Mr. Marathon insists that he knows that Bomb Site has the V1, which they already guessed from, well, the boys guessed it from, the secret lab they were in. He's like, no, Bomb Site totally has it. I'll give him a call, and he'll fly right over here, because Homelander was about to leave. He's like, you don't have it? I'm gone. And, wait, was the baby oil a Diddy joke? How did I miss that? Yeah. Remember, he used to be called Puff Daddy instead of P. Diddy. But, anyway, yeah, so he's like, I'll call Bomb Site, he'll fly out, don't leave. So they're trying to keep Homelander here for some reason. You think maybe it's because they're sucking up to him or something. So then him and Dean go to snort cocaine. Yeah, you smoke it, right? It's crack when you smoke it. So you can see the Winchester boys doing cocaine if you want. I'm glad and you know, again, we see that, Homelander doesn't partake. It's like when he didn't know what drink to tell the president to make for Homelander, and it occurred to me, has he ever drank alcohol? Has he ever done drugs? He doesn't really, does he? He's actually pretty straight edge, which makes him even scarier, you know? In a way. So, yeah, the supernatural reunion jokes are not, as in your face as you might expect. Oh, this line was also very funny. Well, first is a little funny bit where Seth Rogen's like, nah, I hate weed. I just pretend to like it for my brand. Which was a bit of a funny meta joke, and here's another very funny meta joke.
Yo, Homelander. You want to hit this? It is my life goal to smoke you out, homie.
Don't call me that.
Now that's funny to me, because if you've seen Anthony Starr in any interview, he refers to Homelander as homie constantly. That's just a little funny. But then, of course, him being so tense and unsociable is also... And then Mel Chemical comes to introduce himself.
You want to hit this? It is my...
See you again.
And that's Castiel.
Do I know you?
Yeah, we met like 6 times. Mal Chemical, make deadly gases, did that whole campaign with Gas X.
I don't fucking know. So all we need to know is he makes deadly chemicals. So, then he overhears the Winchesters making fun of him. He's kind of pissed about it. And things start to get a little tense. I think he reams out the writer boys.
He's on his way. Be here any minute, I swear.
Yeah, he's like, I swear, Bombsight's gonna be here any minute. I'm not stalling for some mysterious reason. Bombsight's gonna be here any minute, and you can talk to him about the V1. I promise, bro.
Nah, I'm done. By the way,
Hey!
I heard you all. And I want you all to know that very soon, gentlemen, you are going to pay for your sick posts and your hateful memes. Especially the memes.
Call back to early on the season. He was like, have you seen the memes? Have you seen the memes about me? They're like, oh, fuck.
No. It was Camille and Seth's idea.
What? It was fucking his.
And again, this whole thing of cameoing as themselves, I can at least accept because they're all assholes who are ready to tattle on each other to the fucking Nazi government, basically. So they're all just a bunch of assholes. So it's like, okay, you're not. This is a vanity thing. This is a we wanted to get killed in the last season for fun thing. Which, you know what, I can appreciate that. It's like Kripke was like, hey, some of my writer friends, you want to come in and get killed in season 5? And they're like, yeah. And they portray themselves as a bunch of snitches. It's good. But during all this, Mel Chemical goes up to Homie and...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now we know, like, halothane can knock out soups. So whatever the fuck he just did there, I guess I can accept it would render Homelander unconscious. He only has a few kind of weaknesses, and... like, hitting his orifices is usually one of them.
Who's memorable now?
What the fuck?
Easy.
Can we fuck off, please?
MacGruber, everything's cool. Hey, man, wait.
So basically, Sam says to Dean, hey, you know that glowy shit you do that could take away Soup's powers? You should do that right now to him, and we could all curb stomp him to death, and we can end this madness. Like, we don't have a problem with you, it's this guy we don't like. He's weird, and they're rounding up all the hookers, and we can't just have hookers and blow and fuck all day like a bunch of 55-year-old party boys that we are in this mansion. It sucks, bro! It is a good plan, and this is why they were stalling and trying to keep him there, but Soldier Boy does something kind of interesting. Well, let's play the scene first.
Nobody fucks my son but me.
What?
That came out wrong.
So basically, he's like, no, nobody's gonna kill him but me. Or maybe he is getting protective of Homelander now. I don't know, but it's really funny. They have Dean Winchester kill Castiel. This is definitely trolling the Supernatural audience. Again, little meta joke I just kind of appreciate. Just snaps his neck. And then this scene is actually really fun. So Soldier Boy systematically tricks Mr. Marathon into killing all of his writer friends.
It's my son, but me.
It's actually very smart.
That came
out wrong. He's like, oh. No homo, Castiel. You go back to super hell. So where's the first guy that dies? Him. So yeah, it's a whole cat and mouse game from here, where Soulja Boy systematically tricks him into running into each and every single one of the writers. There's also this guy who's not credited who comes out of the room. He must be, I don't know who he is, but he must be another cameo.
Trail need to stick to acting. The Tapas fuck my shit up. Soulja Boy!
The special effects here are a little ick. Like, not in a good way. Like, they're kind of poorly done, but... And then these two, this is funny.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna get you out of here, but you need to do exactly as I say. Go. Go.
Yeah. Oh, it's Craig Robinson. I was like, I knew he had to be another. And then there's Seth Rogen.
No!
You know, considering I'm gonna see Animal Farm tomorrow, seeing Seth Rogen get cut in half is very satisfying.
What you do to me, man? Seth!
Seth! So then he has like a dramatic death scene, and he just cracks his neck to put him out of his misery.
I'll remember you every time I watch An American Pickle. What?
Puts him down like Old Yeller. That's good shit. And then we get the Chekhov's baby oil. Soulja Boy does something very smart here. He knows the speedster's after him. What can I use? What can I use? Oh, there's like 500 gallons of baby oil over there. Slicks up the floor. Oldest, like, this is Looney Tunes shit, man. The oldest trick in the book. Breaks his ankle. And then he interrogates him, and he admits, he hasn't spoken to Bomb Sight in like 5 fucking years. But he believes he has the V because he told him he did one time, and so it's just a trust me bro situation, but for whatever reason, Soulja Boy believes him. So, yeah, he's like, no, I haven't even talked to him, and so they were just stalling to try to kill Homelander, basically, and it went poorly for all of them. But yeah, so, and then Homie ends up, smashing in Sam's face with his foot. And that's the end of that. I probably won't even show it, it's pretty gruesome. And he's like, he's kind of surprised that Soulja Boy, helped him.
Why? Because fuck them. That's why. I don't think this micro prick was lying. Bombside has the V1. We just gotta find him.
Unfortunately, this means we just know what we already knew. Bombsight's the next guy on the fetch quest for the MacGuffin. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The copyright bots are flying overhead. I'm gonna have to be careful right now, guys. But... Saying. I got distracted because I might get copyright fucked. But, yeah, so now we know what we already knew. Bombsight is the next guy we're gonna all go see. But now the bad guys and the good guys both know about it. But I still don't feel like this is a filler episode, because it does give us a lot of character work. You know? I feel like this was a very necessary episode going forward, because now we finally know for sure what Sage's plan is, I think, unless she's lying to get Ashley to do what she wants. Which is also a possibility. Who knows with her? And then we have the final scene with Firecracker. Now, I was watching a video earlier, the guy said he, like, saw the death flags on her. I was like, you know what, I didn't even cross my fucking mind, to be honest. I thought we'd get a little bit more of her this season, because they're setting up a lot of her. But I guess they told us her tragic backstory, now they're gonna kill her. So, but it's, it's not as bad as I would expect. Okay, I gotta be careful. The bots, man. But we see her walk into the office. I guess I'm skipping too far ahead with the thingly-dingly. Not you two. Get out of here. She's walking into work. She has her little Jesus action figure with her. And she's looking at it. And she ends up hesitantly tossing it into the garbage. Because she is determined that she is going to move her heart to Homelander. Even though these are things she actually deeply believes. Like, you can't force yourself to believe something, and you can't force yourself to not believe something. You know? Especially if you have good reason to believe it. And for her, this is important, you know? This is something she truly believes in, and she's willing to give it up for Homelander, and even that doesn't save her. Well, there she is, toss it in the garbage. Again, I'm just waiting for the copyright bots to not notice me. And she goes in her room, and Homie's there. And he starts asking her some questions, because, I forgot to mention, at the end of the scene, Soldier Boy was like, well, I gotta tell you, I was fucking Firecracker, but that's over now, you know, in respect to you. You know, the respect to the other man, of course. So, I don't know if Soldier Boy was trying to fuck her over. I don't think he was. We'll have to see if he expected Homelander to do this or even cares that he did it. But... So he told her, he happened to, yeah, she dies. He happened to say to Homelander, her pillow talk's gotten to be a real drag, and he's like, pillow talk? So he told Homelander about how she was struggling with her belief in Jesus, and how she's being asked to view Homelander as a god, you know? He probably won't care, you know? As enjoyable as Soldier Boy is as a character, he is a misogynistic douchebag. You know? Let me see how much of the scene I can actually play.
Well done.
Thank you, sir. That means the world.
How's sex with my father?
He's like, that's not a question any lady wants to get asked, Homelander. So she's like saying, I'm sorry if it was, if you know, I crossed the line, and he's like, were you thinking about me when you were fucking him? Are you thinking about Jesus when you're worshiping me? Huh? So this is very important to him, because I guess, I don't know, because, like, why, like, no, I think I know what makes him snap on her. Right here, he's just firing her. He's telling her to pack up her things and get out of here. After she got him the Homelander Bible and started the Democratic Church and all this other shit for him, you know, he's like, nope, pack your bags, you're out of the 7, you're out, get out of here. So, it's weird that he's pissed at her more than anybody else. I guess because maybe because she's like Madeline 2.0 and she's tried so hard to convince him that she truly, truly, truly loves him and believes in him, when she deep down doesn't. Even if she's trying to convince herself that she does, deep down she doesn't. You know, so that might be why it's personal to him, and because he must know the other people around him are just doing things out of fear. She even tells him this, but he's not as pissed off about that as he is at her. Well, he's not pissed off at Sage either, who's a woman, but, you know. But again, she is kind of Madeline Stillwell 2.0. She starts panicking, because again, she's given up everything for him. And for this position. And when she was like a nobody superhero with a shitty right-wing podcast before all this, you know?
But I do believe in you. I love you. I'm the only one here who ever has. I gave you everything. I gave you my soul. Everybody else here, they're just scared of you. Or they want.
That might be part of it, because she's telling him the truth he doesn't want to hear. They're just scared of you or want something out of you. But I truly love you. But again, it is like Madeline 2.0. Because Madeline told him all this shit, but deep down she was terrified of him. You know?
Best man on earth.
Man.
He's like, see, you called me a man, not a god. You don't actually believe.
God.
Her acting is so good here, man.
You used to get me, you'd suckle me. I felt like Mother Mary herself. I best.
He doesn't believe a single word she's saying. I mean, again, she doesn't believe it deep down, but God, is she trying. So then, it's just what it seems like she's convinced him. She makes a terrible mistake.
Important as you. But nothing I ever did was good enough, was it? You cast me out into the cold, which was so much worse than never feeling your warmth in the first place. So all I've been trying to do is to get you to see me the way that you used to.
But she never saw her. Oh God, I'm getting warned again. He never saw her that way. He's never liked her. He has never liked her. This has been one-sided the entire time. Like, he has always been annoyed by her. The only leg up she had is when she was, like, destroying her own heart to lactate, you know, because of his breast milk obsession, but she doesn't even need that anymore. And she couldn't even give it to him because it was killing her. So, like, literally gave up her entire life for this dude, and he's never liked her. Like, what do you mean the way he used to see you? Where's the last line she says to him? Her last line, maybe?
To nourish someone as important as you. Which was so much worse than never feeling your warmth in the first place. Because your reflected light is better than no light at all. Please, sir. I love you. We all need love, don't we? Even God.
We all need love, don't we? Even God. Now, I mean, Homelander did find out he was literally, like, psychologically programmed to desire love. You know, so he wouldn't hurt people. Yeah, she is being manipulative, Miss Jasmine, but I don't think even she realizes how much. Like, she is just desperate to appeal to him, to be his second hand, to be, you know, to be his handmaiden, basically. To be the person, like, most there for him, and does the most for him, and keep her position. But again, she's had to reconcile this with her very real Christian beliefs, and she just can't, deep down. And he can tell by the way her heart's beating. But I think her mistake was telling him that he needs love. Because then he immediately decides to prove her wrong. So, and it's so casual. It's so casual. It's kind of heartbreaking. That's it. Or she can even realize what's happening. That's the end, old firecracker, unfortunately. That's it. F's in the chat, everybody. I have to tell you, I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't expecting it. Like, as he was getting her further and further, I thought he was just gonna shut the door on, like, get her out of the apartment and shut the door on her, but no. Fucking just spikes her head on the fucking eagle. Symbolism! But yeah, poor firecracker. But like I said, Valerie Curry acted her fucking heart out this episode, and she is so good. And I hope she gets more work. You know, she you were not prepared. Or you were, or you expected it. I don't know, usually I can see where things are going, but I guess I was finding her acting so compelling I didn't expect it, but it is supposed to be just quick and shocking. It's like such a little thing. He just, you know, bonks her head sideways and kills her. You know? It's crazy. So, I mean, this is a good sign that the series might be okay for the last 3 episodes. They still have time to fuck it up, I guess, but that was definitely, I feel, is the strongest episode of the season, I think. You know? Even if the side quest with Soldier Boy and Homelander was a little superfluous. And mostly for fun and cameos. You know, I'm not that mad about it. So now they're the 5. There's like the 7 has hardly ever had like a 7 whole members, like throughout the show. Like, they've very rarely actually had 7 members. It's kind of like a running gag. Almost, you know? So, I guess, oh father, is he on the 7 already, or is he... I'm not actually clear on that. They'll take her statue down and redecorate her room any minute now. But yeah, she was really only there for her podcast. She doesn't have any, like... She doesn't have any impressive powers. Like, she might be super... Was she even super strong? Was it just the sparklers? You know, I mean, she's technically a soup. But she definitely seemed to be one of the weaker ones. Well, Miss Jasmine says, when you said she dies, I expected her death to be bigger, for lack of a better word. The casualness surprised me. And yet, I feel like she got a better send-off than A-Train. I really feel like A-Train needed more in this season. Maybe the actor just wanted out. Like, maybe he was like, I want out of my contract, kill me in the first episode. Which, okay. I can respect that. But, I still feel like the middle of A-Train's redemption arc is completely missing. And I wish he had gotten a bit more in this season, but what can you do? What can you do? I like the way it ended, but it just felt like we needed more before that to really build that up, but whatever. You know, so, yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens next week. We'll see if the show is gonna, if it stays at this level of just pretty okay, I'll be alright with it, I think, because I don't think the show can really recover after Season 4. You know, there was so much good stuff in Season 4, but there was also so much bad. And this season has still been better than 4. Yeah, now I'm very curious what's going on with Oh Father now. Because of that one scene of the... Because you can see, he was conspiring. Let's just put him on screen while we talk about him. If I can get a fucking... There we go, let's get a fucking screenshot. We saw him watching Firecracker very closely. He's definitely the one who found out about her pastor and got her fucked over on that, you know? And they had that episode read for her where she throws her old pastor under the bus. So I definitely think he was behind that. Just from the way he was so carefully watching her in that meeting. And asking her, like, oh, who's calling? Everything okay over there? You doing alright? You doing alright? And then that scene where he's talking to her in Homelander's room, and he's got that sinister, threatening grin on his face, and he's like, oh, you can come to me anytime if you have doubts. You know, so... Yeah, that's the expression on your face when you have to talk to the deep. It's a natural reaction to the deep right there. He's been great this season. Like I said, at first I wasn't sure if his character was just going to be a shitpost, and he was just there to be comic relief. Because most of his scenes have been just kind of funny, you know? But after that scene with Firecracker, it's kind of like, okay, what's this guy's angle? Is it really just getting money for the church? Or is he up to something else, you know? Yeah. So, I guess we'll find out, huh? But, all in all, I'm expecting just an okay ending, you know? Just an okay ending.
At Miss Jasmine305 sent a super chat in honor of her aura attacks. Firecracker voice.
Well, aura, mama. Well, maybe even if I threw up my Jesus action figure, I still believed in him in my heart, so I probably went to heaven. You know? So, that's the most you can hope for, I suppose. She's gonna be up in heaven with Angel Madeline Stillwell. Maybe they'll both appear to him in the next hallucination. Actually, that would be great. But yeah, so... My headcanon of why he killed her is she kind of just set him off with that even a god needs love thing, and he just very childishly was like, no I don't. Right into the eagle. Yeah, unfortunately I can't do an impression of Firecracker without sounding like Damien. If I go a little more high-pitched, it's Damien. That's funny. The girl Damien voice is actually deeper than the male Damien voice. How does that work? She casts out her idols like a good Christian. That's an interesting take on that pleasant plant. Because, yeah, she was... Yeah, like I said before, I appreciate that her religion was treated seriously by a show that generally does not treat Christianity very seriously. So, but it was a good, honest look at her struggle, and it was taken for the drama that it actually was, and it was a pretty good send-off for her character. So, all in all, I think it's the strongest episode, and I think I'm out of things to say about it. About an hour and a half is about how usually we go on these. So, exciting news. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go watch the Animal Farm movie, and I'm gonna be home just in time to start a stream and talk about it. I'm probably gonna schedule it after the stream, so you guys will get to see the thumbnail. Which I hope is funny. Yeah, Firecracker had some sort of sexual congress with an underage person, yeah, but, like, I guess, like, I don't know, if she asks Jesus for forgiveness, she still gets into heaven according to Christianity, so I think she's good. But yeah, so you guys can look forward to me, coming home right from the movie theater to rant about the Seth Rogen pig movie. So, I definitely hope you all look forward to that tomorrow. I will probably be hyping it a little more than usual, because it's probably going to be very funny. I'll probably be taking notes while I watch it. I'm gonna reread the book tonight. I'm gonna maybe watch the 1954 Animal Farm tonight, too, in preparation. So, if people are... I think it came out today, actually, because I always heard it was the 1st, but I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go see it on the 1st. At least I'm going to my nice local theater with the big comfy seats and the booze, so... I will at least be relaxed while my brain cells rot in my fucking head as they desecrate George Orwell. The most Orwellian thing I can think of. Ah, yes. Anyway, yeah, I might have lobotomized myself after that. So anyway, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me to talk about The Boys. I know not all of my fans are into it. And thank you for your super chats, and I will see you guys tomorrow.